How's it going, everyone? So today I'm going to talk about Kegel exercises for bladder continence. So before we begin, please subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already. I do appreciate the support. It helps my channel grow. Also, if you're interested in online personal training from me, simply comment below in the comment section and I will get back to you guys with some more details. So let's get started right now, you guys. The Kegel exercises I'm about to show you will help for bladder control for both the male and for the female. Kegel exercises, also known as pelvic floor exercises, consists of contracting and relaxing the muscles that form part of the pelvic floor, also called the Kegel muscles. Kegel exercises will make your pelvic floor muscles stronger. These are the muscles that control your bladder, so if you notice that you get a leaking bladder, then by strengthening the pelvic floor muscles, that will no longer happen. Pregnancy, childbirth, aging, being overweight often result in the weakening of pelvic floor muscles. So how can we actually work on our pelvic floor muscles? To identify your pelvic floor muscles, you need to stop urinating midstream. So that pressure that you feel when you're stopping urinating, that is the pelvic floor muscle being worked. Once you've identified your pelvic floor muscles, you can now do the exercises. The best way to work your Kegel muscles is when you are laying down. This is a big tip, very important. The reasoning for this is because your pelvic floor muscles are relaxed when you are laying down. If you try to do them standing up, it's going to be much harder, especially for the beginner who's just starting off. Also, another tip is that do not use the stopping the urination midstream as an exercise to train the Kegel muscles. This could result in a bladder infection if you do it constantly. So if you are constantly stopping your pee midstream, again, you will get a bladder infection. Very important. Use the stopping method only as a way to identify the muscle being worked. So let's begin. What are some exercises that we can do to strengthen the Kegel muscles? Exercise 1 is we're going to lay down on the ground or a bed or a couch. It doesn't matter as long as we are laying down. Now what we're going to then do is contract the pelvic floor muscles for a slow count of 3 seconds. Then release the contraction for a slow count of 3. You're going to repeat this 15 times. Do this 3 times per day. Remember, we found out that there are Kegel muscles are used when we stop urination midstream. So simply find that muscles, contract for 3 seconds, and release for 3 seconds. I will show you guys on the ground. Again, it's going to be very hard to tell because only I can feel the muscle being worked. So again, lay down on the ground. It doesn't matter. Now, mind-muscle connection. It's just like building muscle, working any muscle group in your body. So what you're going to do is hold it, 1, 2, 3, then release, 1, 2, 3. Contract, 1, 2, 3, release, 1, 2, 3. Contract, 1, 2, 3, release. It's literally as simple as that. But again, the biggest tip that I have found, and again, I will say, is that by laying down, it's so much easier. Again, when you hear people talking about Kegel exercises, they will tell you, oh yeah, I'm doing Kegel exercises right now, just standing here. That's extremely hard to do. So unless you've been doing it for a long time, then it's going to be very difficult. It's like me lifting weights, you guys. If I told someone, go deadlift 600 pounds as a beginner, they're going to be like, what? I can't do that. But for someone like me who has been doing it for a long time, then that's not a problem, you guys. So it's very intuitive to your training level. And again, if you're just starting off, lay down. It's going to completely change the exercises. All the exercises you perform should be laying down as a beginner. But there's another exercise that you can do that's actually okay to do standing up, and that's going to be holding the wall squat. So go against a wall and squat down until your hips are parallel to your patella, which is also known as your kneecap. Hold this isometric stretch for at least 20 seconds. Again, if 20 seconds is too long for you, or if 20 seconds is too easy for you, then increase that to 30 seconds or 40 seconds. Now the key here is progression. Each week you want to add 5 seconds to the exercise, and before you know it, you will be able to do this exercise for 3, 4, 5, even 10 minutes, and your pelvic floor muscles will be extremely tight. Trust me on this, you guys. So I will just use this pole behind me because I do not have a wall. It's insulation right now till we finish the basement. So this is my wall right here, you guys. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to get into a wall squat. So very key when you're doing the squat is simply put your feet so they're not pointing straight. You want them to be a little bit abducted. So you want them to be a little bit pointed out. I'll actually put the camera just a little bit lower for you guys to see my feet. So again, when performing the wall squat, I know it seems very easy, but you can really mess this up. So instead of having your feet straight, you want them a little wide out. This is going to allow your hips to fully relax when you're in the bottom squatting position. So simply, now what you want to do is put your butt maybe a foot away from the wall. Now what you're going to do is when you squat down, push your butt back just a little bit until you're sliding down. Now get into this position and simply hold this position, you guys, just like this. Now the key here is that you want your knees to be below parallel or at parallel. So knees parallel. You should look like this. Now all you're going to do is simply hold this position for around 20 seconds or so, you guys. This is going to work your Kegel muscles. Now my squatting looks a little bit different than yours. Mine looks pretty funny actually, just for the simple fact of the matter that I have very long legs, super long legs. So when I'm squatting, my legs are pretty far out, and you guys can see when I squat, they're very abducted, and that's just based on my femur, you guys. So that's how I have to squat. So again, if you have shorter femurs compared to your longer torso, your squat is going to look a little bit different. Mine is like that because I have super long legs, very short torso. So wall squats, fantastic movement for training your pelvic floor muscles. The next exercise is going to be the side plank position. This will work your pelvic floor muscles. One thing to keep in mind is this is also going to work your external obliques as well. So what you're going to do very important when doing the side plank is to make sure your hips are off the ground. So some people will do the side plank and they'll be like this and they'll cheat. Not correct at all. You want to be like so. Your hip never touches the ground. This puts all the pressure right here on your oblique muscles. The minute you come down, you're not working your oblique muscles anymore, you guys. So again, hips always off the ground. Hold this position for as long as possible, you guys. Then you're going to do it on the other side as well. Great exercise for training the pelvic floor muscles as well as actually training your oblique muscles. So you actually get two benefits than one. The last exercise is going to be the heel drop. So we want to get our knees to about 90 degrees with our stomach. So they're going to be straight up and down. Now what you want to do is you want to put your knees and you want to elevate or to levitate them just below the floor. So what you're going to do is you're going to extend your knees until they almost touch the floor and then come back again. This is going to put a substantial amount of pressure on your lower abs and also your pelvic floor muscles. So again, your heels never actually touch the ground. You're just simply elevating them or levitating them above the ground. So again, you can see that shadow the whole time. They never actually touch the floor. Fantastic exercise. That one's a little bit of a harder exercise, so if you can't do that, you can do them assisted where you use your knees to kind of hold them up and to help it out a little bit. So end the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like the video and share it. Thanks again, guys, and have a great day.